Mount Kailash, home of gods and gateway to other worlds. Nestled within the mighty Himalayas in western Tibet lies Mount Kailash, one of the most sacred and mysterious mountains in the world. Rising to an elevation of 22,028 feet 671 meters, Mount Kailash dominates the landscape, its majestic peaks covered in perpetual snow and ice. For centuries, Kailash has captivated spiritual seekers, adventurers and mystics who believe this mountain is the earthly manifestation of the mythical Mount Meru, the spiritual center of the universe in Buddhist and Hindu cosmology. It is believed to be the abode of Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati, and a place where gods and demons once engaged in great battles. According to ancient Tibetan texts, it is the mystical source of four life-giving rivers: the Indus, Brahmaputra, Sutlej and Karnali, which flow in the four cardinal directions from Kailash to several religions including Buddhism, Hinduism, Jainism and the indigenous Tibetan Bon religion. Mount Kailash is considered the ultimate pilgrimage destination, a holy Mecca and the stairway to heaven for pilgrims who embark on the sacred Kora circumambulation around the mountain. One circuit is said to erase the sins of one lifetime, while 108 circuits will enable you to attain nirvana. However, Mount Kailash does not give up its sacred mysteries easily. A curious legend persists that no one has ever set foot on its summit. Over the centuries, many brave souls attempting to scale its sheer cliffs have mysteriously died or disappeared in the process. In 1926, British explorer Hugh Rutledge attempted to climb the peak, but was met with awful weather and had to turn back. Rutledge later commented that it was almost as if the mountain were indeed the mighty prong of Shiva's trident, deterring them from its summit. In more recent times, Reinhold Messner, one of the world's greatest mountaineers, tried to scale the Kailash peak in the 1980s, but was thwarted by poor weather conditions. He remarks in his book that the mountain was considered off-limits by the local people, not for religious reasons, but because it was thought to be impossible to climb. While no concrete evidence exists of anyone summiting Kailash, it is said the only person to have ever resided at its summit is the enlightened Tibetan saint Milarepa, who is believed to have flown there in the 12th century through his mastery of Tummo, a Tibetan yoga for psychic heat. The mysteries of Kailash extend even below its surface. Beneath the mountain lie a network of caves and underground tunnels said to lead to other realms and dimensions. Ancient Tibetan texts speak of these subterranean passageways as gateways to the mystical kingdom of Shambhala, as well as portals where the greatest yogis can transcend death. In many Eastern traditions, Kailash is known as the earthly manifestation of Mount Sumeru, also known as Meru, the cosmic world mountain of Hindu, Jain and Buddhist cosmology. Sumeru is considered to be the center of all the physical, metaphysical and spiritual universes, the mother of all existence. The legends say it was the first solid land to rise from the primordial ocean that once covered the planet during the dawn of creation. A counterpart to Sumeru exists in the underground subterranean world, called Patala in Sanskrit. Many Hindus believe Mount Kailash has a direct connection to this mystical netherworld below, and secret tunnels beneath Kailash lead into this realm. According to some accounts, there exists a secret cave entrance near the Shiva temple of Amarnath in Kashmir, leading directly into Patala, said to be located over 300 miles below the surface. In fact, sinkholes and cracks in the ground around Mount Kailash are not uncommon. One large crack in the landscape, known as the Ravine of Death by local people, wraps around the south face of Kailash and is said to emit strange odors. Some legends say this is where the entrance to the mystical kingdom of Shambhala lies. Shambhala is said to exist in a parallel dimension, invisible to most, but accessible to those of pure heart who can ascend to this spiritual utopia through secret passageways hidden around Kailash. Tantric traditions say Mount Kailash is the physical representation of the root chakra of the earth, from which Kundalini life force energy emanates. All 71,307 circular miles of the Earth's surface corresponds to one of the chakras in the human body. The crown chakra is said to be located in the Arctic regions, with Mount Kailash representing the root chakra directly on the opposite side of the globe. According to yogic principles, activating Kundalini causes energy to flow upwards from the root to the crown, leading to spiritual enlightenment. This is why circling Mount Kailash through the core ritual aligns with this energy movement, stimulating Kundalini to rise. Legends of a mythic lost civilization thrive around Kailash. Some researchers believe Mount Kailash is located at the heart of an ancient UFO basin, and that it once served as a landing site for extraterrestrial spacecraft. Certain researchers propose Kailash is a type of alien beacon, signaling extraterrestrial activity in ancient times. Supporting this theory are local tales among the Dropa, an obscure tribe of eastern Tibet, which describe an alien ship crashing in the Himalayas thousands of years ago. Could the Kailash region still retain the remnants of this ancient alien encounter? To the northwest of Mount Kailash lies another largely unexplored lake known as the Rakshas Tal. This famously haunted lake is said to be inhabited by evil serpent-like Nagas who guard sacred relics on the lake bottom. The Rakshas Tal is described as having enormous pyramidal structures submerged just below its surface, said to be built by a mystic per-civilization. Local legends insist these underwater pyramids house untold treasures, advanced technology, and potential gateways to other worlds. Most curiously, the Rakshas Tal is reputedly bottomless. Russian diving teams have probed its depths in the 1980s, but were unable to determine any bottom. As one dives deeper, it is said, one begins to have strange visions of life in alternate realities, perceiving multiple timelines at once. A blurring between dreams and reality is also reported, suggesting a thinning of dimensional barriers. In the late 1990s, scientists from the United States and Europe conducted sonar soundings of the lake using submarine-based instruments. Astonishingly, their readings detected a huge pyramidal structure below the bed of the lake. The scans revealed defined angles and symmetrical sides, indicating intelligent design. The pyramid below Rakshas Tal seems to defy geological explanation, further fueling speculation that it was built by a technically advanced civilization. Who could have constructed this underwater pyramid, and does it link somehow to the mysteries of Kailash? While the hidden wonders of Rakshas Tal have eluded most outsiders, one Westerner was allegedly permitted to view its secrets. During his famous 1927 expedition through Tibet and the Himalayas, Nicholas Roerich, a Russian philosopher-artist, claimed he was led by a series of guiding lights to a secret entrance into tunnels below Kailash. Descending for miles into the earth, Roerich allegedly encountered an advanced civilization guarding the anomalous pyramid of the Rakshas Tal. His account described 7-foot-tall beings dressed in tight-fitting suits cut in a colorful, otherworldly fabric. Notably, the beings spoke to Roerich in Russian, but warned him he lacked sufficient psychic training to remain long in their realm. Could there be a connection between the tunnel dwellers of Kailash and the underwater pyramids of Rakshas Tal? Beyond local legend and speculation, scientific evidence also hints at Kailash's role as a vortex of cosmic energies. The area has been noted for anomalous rapid aging, time distortions, and mirages. Compasses and GPS equipment notoriously malfunction near Kailash, and planes are said to experience difficulties staying on course when flying overhead. Geologists have also noted the curious arrangement of crystalline granite outcroppings around Kailash are positioned in such a pattern that it generates significant electromagnetic force fields. These distinct electromagnetic signatures have led some researchers to theorize Kailash may serve as some kind of amplifier or energy portal. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in unlocking the secrets of Mount Kailash. While access to the mountain remains limited due to its remoteness and harsh environmental conditions, determined researchers continue their quest to unveil the truth behind this mystic mountain. With new advances in technology, including satellite imagery and drone surveillance of the region, perhaps more breakthroughs in our understanding of Kailash's hidden mysteries are on the horizon. The legends of Mount Kailash have endured through the centuries. But beyond its sacred aura, the geological and electromagnetic anomalies around Kailash point to profound mysteries yet to be solved. Perhaps the way ahead is not to scale its peaks, but to decode the secrets hidden below, in the labyrinth of tunnels said to permeate the underground. With continued exploration, this legendary mountain may finally lift its veil, yielding secrets from our distant past and potentials unknown for our future evolution. And perhaps we will unlock how this solitary black pyramid continues to draw humanity upwards, ever upwards. inviting us on a pilgrimage to find the divine tucked away in the unknown.